How do you find that motivation?
I understand exactly where I want to get because I've set the vision in my head. When you start talking it and believing in it and saying it's going to happen, and knowing that, bro, you've just got to accept that this ain't easy. It's hard, but that's why so much reward is at the end.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to CEOCAST, the #1 podcast in the world for showcasing business and entrepreneurship. Now, you lot always ask me two questions. Number one, Raheem, when are we going to hear your story? That's when we get to 100k subscribers. And number two, who is the best person that you've had on the podcast? Which person is my favorite podcast? And well, today we're doing a part 2 of him. So today I'm with the baddest man I know, entrepreneur and fighter. And more importantly, he's my brother, Kane Mousah.
Listen, what can I say? Thank you. And I'm grateful for that introduction, man. It means a lot, honestly. Like, you know, the work that you're doing is amazing.
I appreciate that, man.
You know what I'm saying? You've interviewed so many successful, so many hard-working people, and for you to give me that accolade, it means a lot, my brother. So I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, no, I mean, like I said, you know, we've done a part 1, so if you haven't seen that, click up here. But honestly speaking, like, I remember when I walked out of that podcast and I was, you know, you have them times where you're taken back by someone's story, what they've been through, their upbringing and where they are today, and the fact that, you know, you survived all that, you fought your whole life and you've got to where you are today. That podcast has had some real emotion to it. You know what I mean? There's even times when, you know, I'm up and down the M-Way and I'm thinking, all right, cool, what podcast do I listen to? You know what? Let's listen to CEOCAST, Kane Mousah, sort of thing. You know what I mean? That one's a real home hitter for me. So I want to thank you very much for, you know, having this opportunity right now to do part 2. Yeah. And what better place to do it than in the fighting ring, man? You're home.
In my home, bro. This is my second office. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. The first interview we had was in, obviously, the Bellator office. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? And now, obviously, we're in the second office, the place that I find so much comfort and the place that I've built me, which is in a cage.
Yeah, no, a beautiful place to do it. So let's chat to me, K, man. What's new? What's good since the last podcast? The last one we done was in last year, I believe, or 2020.
Yeah, it was a bit ago. It was a bit ago now.
It's been a while.
Brother, you know my life. It's just fast paced. Do you know what I'm saying? I've just been working constantly, trying to just take it up to new levels and new heights. And yeah, man, there's a lot going on, bro. We could start from fights. You know, I've had a few more fights since then. Yeah. I think I may have. Yeah, no, I think I've...
You were in Thailand as well for a couple of months as well?
Yeah, I was in Thailand. And obviously we've been working on the new collection and pushing the brand to where it is. And obviously you sat in the gym where, you know, me and the team, me and Carl and Lofty and all the guys have been working to kind of elevate the community, man, try and bring some world champions to Manchester.
No, I love your brand, man, and what it stands for. You know, every time I wear it, obviously you give me that jumper. Every time I wear that jumper, it feels kind of special in that sense because I know what the brand represents. I know the man behind it. Like to be this, you have to be at the best level of your best.
Of course.
You got to be competitive. 100%. You got to be a fighter. You got to be striving to be better than what you was yesterday.
100%.
And for me, Bada represents all of that. And I think mainly for me, probably because I know that, you know, you're the one that runs it. Yeah. And also the fact that I know your story. Your story is so ingrained into the brand. I love it. I love representing.
Yeah,
you know
of course. I mean? I appreciate that. I feel like, you know...
Need to get a couple more garments, but you know.
I've got you, man. Whatever you need, bro. You know whatever you need. I've got you, man. It's kind of... Nah, for real though, like, you know, the brand's been pushing, man. Been pushing strong. The people have been supporting us same way. You know, we've been doing as much as we can to kind of grow the brand and put the brand in front of new people as well. We've always had a loyal following, and I feel like the loyalty from everybody comes from not just obviously the style of the clothes and the fit and the quality. You know, I think it comes from the brand message, and people really buy into that. You know, because obviously, you know, I'm a man of, I live by what I say by. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm a dangerous rival, and you know, people grab inspiration from looking at the brand and wearing the clothes, and it inspires people, and that's what it's about, man. I feel like that's where the loyal following and support has come from. Yeah.
What's new with the brand then? Because obviously, like I said, we spoke last time, you had a different collection then, but now obviously you just mentioned that you got a new drop as well. Yeah. So what's new, man? What's changed?
So basically, where we're up to now is obviously we've been working hard to grow the collection in certain ways, and I just feel like we've got a collection that's about to land in Foot Asylum. Obviously, you see me wearing this is one of our new pieces now.
Yeah, that's hard. That's cold, man. That's cold.
This is one of them. We've got a few other different colours, and it's kind of like just bringing collections to the table that we know people are gonna love and people are gonna be excited about.
Yeah.
So that's what kind of we've been working on. Obviously, the brand message remains the same. And obviously you can see what we've been doing here is like working with the gym as well, is kind of start to sponsor, young fighters. Everybody in this gym who's a fighter gets
looked after.
They get discounts from Bellator. We try to do our best to give back within the means of business. You get what I'm saying?
Give back to the people that you probably won't see yourself in them shoes as well.
100%. I feel like for me, I see myself in all the young fighters. Do you get what I'm saying? I feel like they're searching for greatness, trying to find themselves, and they're working hard consistently. And I feel like I'm doing my bit to kind of give something, to bring something to the table that I never had at the time of growing up, which was, in the sport was sponsorship and support, man.
So as your small business grows, LinkedIn Jobs is here to make it easier to find your next candidate faster and for free. Create a free job post in minutes on LinkedIn Jobs to tap into the world's largest network. Then add your job on the purple #hiring frame to your LinkedIn profile to spread the word that you're hiring, so your network can help you find the right people. Simple tools like screening questions help you find the right candidate with the right skills and experience for the job. So it's easy and quick for you to prioritize who you want to interview and who you want to hire. It's why small businesses rate LinkedIn Jobs #1 for delivering quality hires versus leading competitors. So the next time you're looking for your next candidate, make sure you go to LinkedIn. LinkedIn.com/CEOCast. Once again, that's LinkedIn.com/CEOCast and post your job for free. Yeah, you know what it is? With this whole season 4 stuff, I've been thinking about and searching, who do I get someone who's got the most winning mindset that I know, the strongest mindset I know. And I was reflecting, who can I do a part 2 with? And I was like, you know what? It's got to be Kane.
Of course.
Like, the mindset behind you is crazy, and we'll dive into that later on in depth. But just speaking about the brand Bellator, yeah?
Yeah.
So I'm assuming right now you've got almost like the summer drop, right?
Yeah, so right now it's summertime, so we're dropping shorts and t-shirts.
Yeah.
Obviously the tracksuits, tracksuits run all year round.
Yeah.
But now we're coming in with the tracksuits. We make sure that the fabric's a lot lighter. Do you know what I'm saying? So we've got shorts and t-shirt sets there in Foot Asylum right now.
Why is that? So you don't get as warm and hot in it?
Yeah, just obviously people like to wear tracksuits in the
out
evening.
about, innit? Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Obviously the sun's out, but you might want to wear tracksuits in the evening. So, we make the fabric a lot lighter. And the shorts and t-shirts, people have been going crazy for them. It's been a mad response, bro. Like, everyone's going mad for them.
How do you make a decision on what to design, your colorways, the thick and thinness of the jumper? How do you do that as a brand?
Well, obviously, like you're saying, specific tracksuits have different fits.
Yeah.
They sit on the body different. This is a fleece fabric. I think we're running this at like a 300 GSM. So it's a bit lighter. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You got like other brands or other style of tracksuits a bit heavier. The oversized that a lot of brands are doing, that's a heavier, sometimes loop back, heavier fabric. But what we do is, obviously it's seasonal. So if we're doing tracksuits, we make sure that the tracksuits,
all on point.
They're way lighter.
Oh, okay.
Do you get me?
Sense. Yeah.
Because you don't want a hot tracksuit. You want to wear a tracksuit, but you don't want to be hot.
Yeah, you
don't want
to be sweating in that.
So we're trying our best to kind of accommodate that.
Yeah, you want to look bad, but you don't want to sweat your back.
Exactly. You don't want to be sweating your back out. Do you know what I'm saying? And then obviously when it comes down to colorways, it's just like trending colors. We have designers who are up on the colorways that are coming in.
Yeah.
Obviously Jordans, Nike, them colorways there. Anything that Jordan's doing, Nike's doing the colorways that they're working. Young kids, everybody, people like to match. Like you see me now. Obviously, I got the purple, kicking with the purple. I'm trying to say.
Looking swagged out, dripped out.
We're trying, man. We're trying.
Even when you were on your bike ride earlier on, Bellator representing, you had your t-shirt on.
It's summer in it, so I just had the shorts and t-shirt set, the Ortega set. We just did about 45 miles around Manchester. And man, I was out there. You see me. I was racing everybody. I'm just active with it, bro.
Me and you've had quite a few interactions since our last podcast. Obviously, that was the last one we done on camera.
Yeah.
But I mean, me and you were both in Dubai at the same time. You were in Abu Dhabi.
I was in Abu Dhabi. Yeah.
And the day when F1 was, I went to Abu Dhabi and you came to Dubai.
Yeah, we missed each other
on the motorway. Basically, crossed over.
Yeah,
then we were recently at the Showstar fight.
Was at the Showstar fight.
Yeah, which I want to thank you very much, because if everyone sees this right now, the only reason I got in is for my man here.
Well, shout out to Ryan, because obviously it's...
Yeah, and
Ryan's
of course
fighting,
Ryan,
and obviously Ryan had the pattern there, so we made sure that you got in there, brother.
No, I appreciate that, honestly, man. But chat to me, man, because obviously, like I mentioned, you have the strongest mindset that I know of. Even if people follow you and they've been following you since the last podcast, they most recently saw that you had lost the fight against, who was that guy?
David Gallon, right? Now, even when you lost that fight, you still came out of that fight as a winner. I remember your Instagram story or your post, and it was so like inspirational. And you didn't let it beat you down or anything like that. You were like, we keep going sort of thing. Course.
How do you build that and how do you maintain that? Because that's a very hard thing to do.
For me, it's simple, bro. Like, I put myself in the cage to fight another man. Unless he knocks me out or I actually physically can't continue, then I go forward. And I keep fighting. That's what it's about. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, for me, I got split. I got split. The blood was all over my eyes, but I still wanted to win. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a natural born winner. I just believe that, we've already been through the hardest part of life, which is growing up, especially in the streets. Do you get what I'm saying? And we've seen a lot and we've been through a lot. So when I'm in them situations where, I got a cut, so what? I got blood in my eye, so what?
Probably nothing compared to what you've been through, innit?
Well, it was challenging, don't get me wrong. But like I said, sometimes you got to be able to delve deep inside.
Yeah.
So every round when I was going back to the corner, I was speaking to my uncle, and I was telling him, he was looking at me and he said, look, that cut's big. And I said, yeah, it don't matter. I said, we're going for him.
Don't they have the ability to stitch it up, like in the corner, like
nah,
maybe a fight or nothing like that?
Shout out to my Cutman on that fight. He was able to fill it with Vaseline.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when the doctor was coming over, the doctor's trying to... What happens is you've got so much going on. You've got your cornerman trying to speak to you.
Yeah.
And then at that time, you've got the Cutman, and then you've got the commission doctor coming over, and he's trying to figure out whether they're going to stop the fight or not.
Okay.
So when they come over, I'm looking at the doctor, I'm saying, listen, I'm good to go. Like, I don't even feel this. This is nothing. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Because God forbid if I wouldn't have been able to convince him, them guys, they're looking in your eyes, they're looking to see if you're in the fight, if you've got it. Do you understand what I'm saying? I knew straight away he's coming over. I got my uncle trying to, my corner team throwing instruction at me. And then obviously I've got the Cutman coming, doing the cut, and I've got the commission. So I'm trying to show my opponent as well. I'm looking in my man's eyes, I'm looking at him dead from across the cage. I'm like this to let him know, and I'm nodding. You know what I'm saying? Because I have to let him know there's so much warfare, mental warfare going on at the time. So, people don't understand that you are actually dealing with a lot. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? We're kind of like, we're weighing up. What have I got to do in the next round? I've got this guy trying to stop the fight, potentially looking if he wants. So I've got to keep him. And then I've got to fill my corner team as well with confidence, because my uncle's looking at me like, nephew, are you good? And I'm looking at him, looking him dead in his eye, and I'm showing him like, yo, I'm good. I'm fine. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, yeah, man, listen, everything we've been through, the trials and tribulations of life, they all pay dividends in situations where I really have to dig deep and look into myself.
How do you pick, when you're fighting your opponent, how do you pick who's on your team, who's in the corner, backing you, talking to you, almost healing you in that sense?
Well, it's like a tried and tested method of, my uncle's always in my corner regardless. You've got Carl Prince, who owns the gym, who I've worked alongside. He's my coach as well. Yeah. He's always in my corner. And then obviously the third man will vary based on the type of opponent I'm fighting. We could be fighting a high-level grappler. So we might bring in
someone who knows how to handle.
I've been working with throughout the camp, who knows how to grapple, or we might be dealing with, I don't know, any different element. We'll
So it could switch upon the basis of the skill set of the other opponent.
Exactly.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? But obviously, from a stand up perspective, we've got my uncle. He covers all that.
Yeah.
From an MMA perspective, all round MMA perspective, Carl covers that. And then in case we're dealing with a jiu-jitsu specialist or a wrestling specialist or something like that, we might bring somebody else in. Or just someone that I've been working with throughout the camp. Someone that I kind of resonate with at the time. You know, you
have a good connection with.
Yeah, you have these camps, bro. These camps are tough.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? You're going through 12 weeks of hell. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of want to make sure that everyone that's in your corner is people that you're resonating with. You might even have someone in your corner who's just a full-on motivator. Someone who can look you in your eyes and tell you like, yo, get your shit together. You need to pull this shit together. You're losing the fight. And someone that can kind of send you back out there with the right type of energy.
Yeah, with the right mindset. But I mean, you say 12 weeks of hell, but you went Thailand and that looked pretty beautiful, if I'm honest with you. I mean, that looks sick. Obviously, I know you're fighting and that, but I mean, Thailand itself.
Listen, I love it. When I say hell, I just mean, obviously, you're putting your body and your mind through a lot. Do you get me?
Yeah, of course.
Like, what people don't understand, that fighters go through so much mentally on the lead up to a fight that, you know, you've got to have your shit together. You get me? And when I'm out there, I'm training every day, but I'm also aware that regardless of what's going on now, in whether it was 7 weeks, 6 weeks, I'm about to fight another man in a cage in front of thousands of people, and I need to make sure I'm ready. So I will allow myself to be put through hell, and I do know, like, when we get 4 weeks out, it's gonna get really tough. You know what I mean?
That was a bit of a unnecessary situation from your opponent, because while you were in Thailand, the guy backed out. Am I right?
Yeah.
How many weeks was that leading up to the fight?
He didn't back out in the respect of what happened was, with that was, we was in Thailand and the camp was going sick. Do you know what I'm
I've seen it on Instagram,
Camp was going amazing. And then obviously my brother, you know, Chimaev, landed. And we started doing work. And all of a sudden, whatever happened in it, but it was just a bit coincidental. We got a message from their team saying that Peter was injured. Do I want to take the fight at a heavier weight so we don't drop as much?
Okay.
So the fight was scheduled at 70 kilograms. And they said, do we want to make it 74?
That's a big difference from fighting.
It's a big difference. It's a big difference. A lot of weight. So because he's injured. So we're thinking, why are they telling us that he's got an injury? That don't usually happen. Do you understand? Camps don't tell you what's going on. They kind of say if they need a weight, they leave it to us to make our own assumptions of what's going on.
Yeah, of course.
So anyway, I must have posted a video of me and, tell a lie. There was footage leaked of me and Chimaev
in camp?
Wrestling.
Okay, yeah.
And literally within 3 days later, we got the call off them. We went back to them and said, look, take the fight at 72, pay us some P. Do you know what I'm saying? We know he's getting paid good money. Yeah. Pay us some dough. And
on top of what you're already getting paid?
Yeah, I want to take some of his purse.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because we signed a contract at 70 kilograms. Do you know what I'm saying? If you don't want to make that, then we're talking business now. So
is there a benefit to him being heavier?
Of course it is going to be a benefit to him, because he doesn't have to cut as much weight. That means he doesn't have to deplete his body down to as much. Yeah. Do you understand? So he must have been heavy at the time.
If you do it too quick, innit?
Yeah, so he must have been heavy at the time, and he was probably struggling to drop the weight. So they've come to us and said, do you want to take it at a heavier weight? So I've said, listen, not 74, 72, and we'll take some dough. And they came back and said, nah, it's okay. Don't worry about it. We'll take it at 70. So I said, sweet, no problem. See you in 4 weeks. So about 4 weeks time. Obviously, I come home then. I've grafted my ass off. I've spent about £7,000. Do you get what I'm saying? On my own hard-earned money.
On what?
On the camp, flights, accommodation, everything, bro. It's a lot of money. Do you get what I'm saying? And then we get back. Not just that, bro. I spent time away from my children.
Your family, innit? Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah, if people don't know, I haven't seen the first podcast, Kane's got 3 young boys, so...
Yeah, man, I had to take it. It was Christmas time, and, My family celebrates Christmas.
Yeah, you were in Thailand during Christmas, am I right?
I was in Thailand for Christmas.
Yeah, for
I
Christmas,
left the children because I realised that how important this fight was for my career and for my legacy. And I knew there was kind of serious decisions in terms of...
Go on.
I had to get out there, bro, as soon as possible to get the camp.
Was this the biggest fight for you at that
This
point?
would have been this would have been the biggest fight of my career, just based on everything that we're up to. You know, every fight's the biggest fight. You know, because you're being judged. You know, you're laying everything on the line as a fighter. You know, everything I've built from scratch, from the mud, bro, with these bare hands. Do you know what I'm saying? It's always on the line every time I fight. Do you get me? The brand, everything is on the line, and I believe in life, you know, you have to take risks, and I love fighting. I love competing, and sacrifice have to be made. And the sacrifice that was made was me taking time away from my children, from my boys, from my family, from my mum, which for me was it was a decision that had to get made. But don't get me wrong, I felt it. So then fight week comes now. And I'm sat there, and I've packed my bags, my flight's booked. I've just done 7 weeks in Thailand, spent how much money, time away from my kids. I get a phone call on the Monday, the fight's on the Friday, I get a phone call on the Monday from my agent, and she says, Kane. I just knew straight away. I said, don't tell me.
Oh yeah, because up until this point, you thought you're meeting at 72.
No, remember they said, They don't want to pay no money. Don't want to do none of that.
Okay, so the fight was off.
No, the fight's on.
Okay,
we'll see you later. Yeah,
okay.
yeah. They said, listen, we'll just see you later.
Yeah.
I said, sweet, no problem. Let's just do it. 70 key, bam, because they didn't want to meet in the middle. So then I've got back. I'm struggling to sleep at this moment because I was the time zone trying to get I was just getting my sleep right. I came home about 13 days before the fight, so I knew that my sleep was going to be out, so that's why I had to get back.
Yeah, because Thailand, when I went to Singapore, I think it's
8
similar.
hours.
8 hours is right?
8 hours ahead, yeah. So I knew my sleep was way off.
Yeah.
And don't forget, sleep and recovery is very vital, especially when you're cutting weight. So now I'm cutting weight, bro. So I'm cutting weight. I've spent money. I've grafted my ass off for 7 weeks. I spent time away from my family. And this is a big fight, you know, co-main event at the Free Arena in Ireland in front of, I think it's 7,000 people live, and however many who would have been watching live. So for me, it was kind of like, this is a big situation. And then boom, we get the phone call saying he's pulled out.
Yeah, that's a long thing.
Do you get what I'm saying?
What was your first thought when that happened?
It was painful, bro. You know, I had to sit there and I had to do what I always do when adversity hits me, bro.
And what's that?
Know, look myself in the mirror and tell me we get through this, bro. It's light work. Just shake it off. Do you know what I'm saying? But I was pissed. I was pissed off, bro. So I came straight directly to the gym the same day. All the boys, all the team was in here, and you know the camaraderie in Manchester top teams. It's you won't understand, you know. Shout out to Carl and the team, Lofty and Aaron. You know, the camaraderie of the team in here, based on the professionalism that's been applied from the management, the camaraderie. I came in and I said to everybody, look, boom, well, Princey already let everybody know that the fight was off, so when I came in, everyone was there, you know, ready. Like, what you want? What is it? So I said, listen, man, we'll just send them a message in it, and we called him out. And yeah, man, it was that. And then obviously my boy Junior, he was fighting on the card because me and him were supposed to be on the card together.
Yeah, I saw this on Instagram.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so for me, it was like, well, my boy's fighting, so I still got to go. Do you get what I'm saying? So I just came to the gym, trained, hit some pads, let out a bit of frustration. And I got myself back home, got my shit together, and I flew to Dublin on my own and went and met Junior out there and did the fight week with him. And then obviously on fight night, I seen Peter, you get me, and my man's taking pictures with all the fans, leaning over the barrier. Don't forget, you pulled out the fight because your rib was injured, bro. You get me? Next thing you know, my man's leaning over the barrier. Yeah,
clearly ain't got
taking
rib in that.
a million photos on some celebrity thing when you've just pulled out of a fight with me and could have let me know. My issue was you didn't even let us know that you wasn't going to make it. He said 5 weeks, all right, do you want the... But then when you know as a fighter.
Yeah, you can't just back out last minute.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You give me, he knows. You see, I've always had respect for Peter. This is the thing that got me. He's war badder back in the day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'll be speaking on a regular basis.
Where's he from, UK?
No, he's from Dublin. He's from SPG Island, cool. Yeah. Don't forget my nana's Irish as well. That's another thing. My nana's from Drogheda.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So for me, it was one of them where I was going home. It was on my mum's birthday. Fight night was on my mum's birthday. It was in my nana's country. Do you get what I'm saying? There was a lot. It was a lot. So I was frustrated, man. I went over there and I seen him and I just went up to him and just said, listen, bro, what happened? And he started giving it all the talk. And listen, at the end of the day, the fight didn't happen. You know, and now he's took another fight. He's took Benson Henderson, who you could say, obviously he's a legend of the sport, and I've got a lot of time and respect for Benson Henderson, but I feel like he's past it, bro. The people, the fans, no one don't give a shit about that fight. Do you get me? The reality is people want to see me and you fighting it, bro. Yeah, so why are you taking my man when everybody knows that me and you were supposed to? Now, not only did he pull out and people know that you pulled out, yeah, when you should have let man know, or whatever your issue was, or however you dealt with it. But now you still not even took the rematch. Do you get what I'm saying? So, look, it is what it is. We move forward, we dust it off. I've been in the gym every day since then.
It's kind of like how everyone's kind of waiting for AJ and Wilder sort of thing.
Yeah, for the like MMA scene, from a fan anticipation for the MMA scene, it was a big fight, and especially now with all the controversy involved, it would have sold even more to see us fight. Do you get what I'm saying? So from a business perspective, it would have made sense for me and him to go at it, but you know, he chose to go with Ben, so you know. We'll see, man. But next down the line, I want that work. Yeah. You get me? I want that. I want retribution for that. And believe me, when he comes against me on this next one, bro, listen, if we do ever get in there, believe me, I'll eat him alive. And I know that for a fact. You get me? He's not built like me, bro, and that's the difference. So
no, I believe you, bro.
On to the next, bro. On to the next.
This episode is brought to you by ExpressVPN. ExpressVPN is an app that reroutes your internet connection through their secure servers so your ISP can't see the sites that you visit. So why would you want this? You know, there might be times where you're on holiday, for example, in Dubai, they don't allow you to go on some sort of websites, even some basic things like WhatsApp. Well, when you connect to ExpressVPN, which I have done before, it works perfectly fine, just as it should. And not only that, but ExpressVPN also keeps all your information secure by encrypting 100% of your data with the most powerful encryption available. Most of the time, I don't even realize I've got ExpressVPN running. It's so seamless that you would never notice anything. Literally, all you got to do is tap one button and you're protected. And the benefit is it's on all devices as well. So whether on your phone, your laptop, your tablet, your smart TV, whatever the case may be, there's no excuse for you not to be using it. So what are you waiting for? Protect your online activity today using the VPN rated #1 by Business Insider. So visit my exclusive link, expressvpn.com/CEOCAST, and you can get an extra 3 months free on a 1-year package. Once again, that's expressvpn.com/CEOCAST and get protected today. So click the link in the description to learn more.
It's a sad world, you know. It's a sad world, bro. Yeah. It's a sad world. People only want to support success when it's at the height of it and not on the ground up. You know, the only way you get the support is from, you know, bringing people in, like from a YouTube perspective. I feel like you get the support though because you're open and honest. Yo guys, I need your support. We need to get these subs. I need this. I need this. You're just open and honest with people, and you don't try to blow your trumpet above where you are. You just keep it 100 from that perspective, so you get the buy-in with that. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, true.
And now people have kind of bought into that. Now things like the little bits and bobs, it's kind of like, oh shit, our support is actually doing something. Do you get me? And that's when they buy in again and go again. Do you get me? So
yeah, no, true. Say yeah. I mean, I didn't really think of it like that, but I mean, I suppose I mean, I do appreciate all the support, regardless of you know what we get and where we get things.
Nah, of course, but you can tell that you appreciate the support, bro, man.
Nah, it's got to be done, man. Because at the end of the day, the people watching, the subscribers, the people that I know have got me to the places where I am today,
bro. So
I don't understand. This is one thing that bugs me. Yeah, you see people that become celebrities and then they go clear on the whole audience. And they don't reply to the DMs. They don't do nothing. I'm just like, bro, like,
don't make sense.
These lot got you here, and now you're going clear on them. Like, come on, bro. Make it make sense.
You know who don't do that?
Keep it humble on that.
You know who doesn't do that? KSI.
Yeah.
I noticed he sticks with his original, personality
and that, innit?
Yeah, he sticks with it, bro.
Yeah, he's a madman. Yeah, so just one last thing with the MMA world, yeah? Just to
Yeah.
understand this, yeah, because I didn't really understand when I first met you, yeah?
Yeah.
So you fight for Bellator right now, yeah?
Yeah.
What's that compared to UFC? Because obviously everyone knows MMA, you know, UFC,
course, yeah.
Khabib, you know,
But you got
Dana
obviously
White.
you got UFC who obviously been doing this thing from the dawn of day. They were the originals.
Yeah.
And then obviously you've had Bellator quickly follow up, and you know, the difference between Bellator and UFC is obviously the history, you know, the audience, you know. But from a perspective of from my perspective of level of competition is very high in Bellator. You know, the size of the events that Bellator put on are amazing. You know, the pay. You know, there ain't really too much difference. It's just obviously UFC or UFC.
Yeah.
And that's the top and bottom. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, you know, in terms of the level of competition that we can be facing, it's heavy, bro. There's some serious fights in there, some serious competitors, and a lot of UFC fighters have come over to Bellator anyway. You know, Yoel Romero's just competed, and Rory McDonald was one of the first big UFC stars to come over to Bellator. So I feel like Bellator's doing a lot, man. It's a great promotion, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
You know what? I saw a clip on Instagram. Whether you might have seen it, you might have not have. It was with Jake Paul, a UFC fighter. I can't remember his name. Right, and they were basically saying the UFC fighter used to fight for under the UFC, right?
Yeah.
And they were saying that basically compared to the money UFC makes from the fights itself, the UFC fighters who are putting their lives on the line are getting paid shit money, basically.
You know what? If I'm going to be honest, yeah, I kind of have a bit of a different outlook on it. I feel like, yeah, the UFC should be paying fighters more, but at the same time, I see the type of stuff that UFC do in the background, you know, the UFC Performance Institutes, the UFC Apex, all these things that the UFC do to help grow the sport. I think they've got one in Singapore, which is like a UFC Performance Institute for fighters. So they are actually reinvesting that money to actually grow
UFC.
the sport. Do you know? It's not UFC, it's actual the sport of MMA. You know, they've got obviously UFC Fight Pass, and obviously all the up-and-coming shows are now on there. You have Cage Warriors on there. You have a lot of other up-and-coming shows where UFC kind of give them the scope on their Fight Pass, which is their viewing app. So, you know, no one can ever knock the UFC for what they do, because at the end of the day, they've got a bigger picture, and the bigger picture is not probably, you know, it's a long term of the sport.
Long-term vision for it, innit?
Yeah, and you know, it's the fastest growing sport in the world, bro, in the history of combat sports as well. Not combat sports in general. So, you know, they're doing something right. I do believe that the fighters should get more. But once again, like I said to you, I see what they're doing for the sport itself. So it's a double-edged sword. Do you get me? I do believe that the fighters should get more.
So would you one day hope to go to the UFC or stick with Bellator?
To be honest with you, bro, like I'm saying, Bellator's doing amazing things at the moment. Do you know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong.
So you don't see no reason to change?
No, because you see UFC fighters coming over to Bellator. You know, everyone thinks UFC is the be-all and end-all. It's not. You know, it's just, like I said, the audience, the platform. But in terms of, you know, in the sport, competing, high-level competition, there is a lot of other organisations out there, and Bellator being, you know, in my eyes, the second biggest MMA organisation in the world. Yeah,
you know, when I think about it, it's a complete different business model to, for example, boxing.
Yeah.
Right? Because, you know, UFC fighters, the UFC are promoting both the fighters in the ring.
Of course.
Whereas if you got someone like, you know, Tyson Fury and AJ,
yes,
that's Matchroom, and what's the other one? Shit, I forgot. Who's Hamza under? Frank Warren, what's his one?
Frank Warren.
Huh?
You've got, what are the two?
Queen, yeah, something like that, yeah.
Yeah, and you've got Thingy as well. You've got Mayweather Promotions.
Yeah, exactly. You've got so
Golden
many
Boy
different
Promotions, which is De La Hoya.
Yeah.
So it's the same in the respect.
Different ones. Amir Khan's got his ones now as well.
Yeah, Amir Khan. It's the same in that respect, the different promotion, but what the difference is with them, promoters, they bring their fighters together to compete, where UFC, everybody falls. All these MMA organisations, you're on the roster, so you fall under and you won't compete against anyone else in any other organisation. You'll just fight under the UFC or the Bellator banner.
Yeah, it's mad. Well, no, thank you for explaining the fighting, man.
No, of course, man. Anything else that you want to kind of understand about MMA, just let me know, man.
You know, I feel like feel like you've covered quite a bit with MMA. I don't really have more questions. You got anything on your mind regarding MMA?
Nah, I just feel like what people need to understand is that the sport of MMA, bro, the way that these athletes are these athletes are training, it's ridiculous, bro. It's if you want to be a world-class athlete in MMA, you've got to really and truly be doing 4 hours a day, 2 in the morning, 2 in the evening.
4 hours a day doesn't seem like a lot, though.
No, but when you're working consistently, when I say, like, don't forget, this isn't sat behind a...
Yeah, this is
full
on physical work,
This is full on physical work. Not always necessarily hard. You can do technical drills, but just to focus on one sport, like, footballers get up in the morning. Yeah. They go and train, and then that's them done for the day. Yeah, obviously they compete every weekend though. Whereas with MMA, you might only fight 3 times a year, but you've got to stay on job innit, all year round.
Because if you're not, you can fall off, and then your opponent who's been training for X amount every single time.
Oh, you can't afford to fall off. There's no time. The sport's evolved so much that it shows that you can't. There's no time to fall off. You have to be in the gym, head in the game. Whether you're in the gym with your team, or you're at home, or you're in your home gym, or you're doing something to better yourself, your mobility, your strength and conditioning, your technical work, even your brain. The brain's very important. People don't understand how vital brain work is. Do you know what I'm saying?
What sort of brain work?
Going watching fights. Yeah. Understanding the game from a strategic perspective. Do you know what I'm saying? Watching other cultures at the same time, opening, because there's always so much to learn. Other people are constantly bringing new things to the table. So, like the coach team here, they say to the fighters, listen, guys, we want you learning constantly. Do you know what I'm saying? Whether you're in the gym learning, you're at home learning, you're doing bits, make sure you're doing your stretching, your mobility, your S&C. There's so many different aspects to this sport right now, and the game's moving at such a fast pace that if you don't get your shit together, you'll get sussed out down the line.
So, with last thing with MMA, I was going to say I think this is the reason why MMA is the fastest growing. I think up until a point, before the whole YouTube boxing started, I think boxing was kind of almost at a pinnacle. Yeah. Right? Everyone knew what boxing was. You knew who was fighting and whatnot. And it kind of, the growth stagnated. Yeah. And I think since the YouTube thing started happening, I think that's when it started, going rapid again. Yeah. But then there's also YouTubers doing MMA fights as well. So that's kind of growing that industry as well. So it's
I feel like I'm all for the YouTube involvement in the sports of like boxing and MMA. I feel like they've got a different audience. They're bringing eyes onto the sport. Jake Paul, you see what he's doing in the sport of boxing. He's supporting that. He's got fighters now that he's trying to push, and I really respect what these guys are doing, because don't get it twisted. These guys are fighting. They're not actually they're actually working to go in and compete like that. Like we said, Ryan's fight, you seen that night there, that was a big showcase.
So talk to me about that. When Ryan told you that he's doing a fight, obviously you were in his corner. Yeah. But I know you've known him for time anyway. Yeah. So what was your first thoughts when he told you that, listen, Kane, I'm fighting?
I feel like with when Ryan told me he was fighting, I already knew prior to that Ryan wanted to fight. Do you know what I'm saying? And Ryan expressed to me, how much he actually wanted to get in the ring and fight. And, Ryan's character, he's a fiery character, he's a competitor, he's a professional BMXer, and don't get it twisted. Anyone who knows about aggressive extreme sports, BMXing is very tough, bro. Yeah. Like, it's up there, it's ruthless. If you see some of them guys, when they wrap up, they mess up on the ramps, bro. They're breaking arms, neck, ribs, everything.
And then you get my man going down water slides and all that.
You get what I'm saying? And then obviously he just took it to a whole nother level with his thing. So, when he said to me that he wanted to fight, I was obviously backing him. I told him it's not a joke though. I said to him, listen, take it serious. And he was in the gym and he was working hard. And obviously the event came around, and it was fun, man. It was fun. It was exciting.
What was you doing in his corner? What was like your sort of role? Because obviously, like I said, I know you were there. Yeah. But I didn't really see you for the whole night up until after his fight. Yeah. So what was you doing?
My role is just obviously being with him. You know what I'm saying? Bringing my experience to the table. Obviously, I do MMA, but I've got a decent knowledge in boxing. So I didn't work with him for that camp. Yeah. I just spoke to him on the phone. Moral support ones. And then I just said, obviously, when it's fight week, I'm going to be there. Obviously, standard procedure, I'm going to be there. So we went there fight week, and my thing was more just prepping him mentally because, bro, he in his head he was getting in there and he was gonna do this kid, and that was the plan from the beginning. Do you know what I'm saying? And then obviously, like I'm saying, we went over a few bits. You know, I got in the ring with him, took him on the pads, felt him out, give him some bits of advice, bits of support. And my thing was more just getting into his mind because we weren't playing games. He came there and he was going in there to win and take the kid out.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? And then obviously the event happens, and bro, the magnitude of that event.
He took the kid out for sure.
Yeah, he definitely took him out. But the magnitude of that event, bro, that was a big for your first ever. Hats off to all of them YouTubers who fought on that event, because even me, at my level, even my last fight when I fought in Wembley, it was similar crowd, but the atmosphere was a little bit different. Yeah. This atmosphere was wild. Do you get what I'm saying? So atmosphere plays a big part in it. But hats off to Ryan, man. He got in there. He didn't think the guy was going to roll over like some little bitch. He didn't think that was going to happen. He didn't think he was going to roll over.
It was almost like a way to escape.
Yeah, fight, he wanted a way out.
And
obviously Ryan's just filled with emotions, and look at the event. It's a massive event. He was filled with emotion and frustration because the guy was running his mouth. Do you understand? And he's not a professional fighter. You get me? So he's a street kid at the end of the day. Yeah. You know, and he just let his emotions out, and his emotions got the better of him. He stuck the knot on the kid. The kid rolled around, and obviously that weren't what should have happened. The guy should have got up, bro. He should have
carried on fighting.
He was rolling around, and that's why the fight went the way it did. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Because if he would have got back up and shown the referee there was no issue, he would have carried on. Kristen,
their fight went on.
He was headbutting.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm saying? But it's just the guy that he was fighting really wanted to take him out, and that was the difference. So
the guy who he was fighting had the hunger to
the hunger to compete, where Ryan's guy told Ryan this start, said, listen, he's looking for a way out. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? And man, look, he stuck the knot on the kid, and the kid rolled over like a little woman, and that's why the fight got stopped. So hats off to Ryan, man. You know what I'm saying? The guy puts himself in the firing line. He's not afraid. He steps up. And a lot of people can talk the talk, but not a lot of people are willing to walk the walk. And he was in there ready to walk the walk at the end of the day. Yeah. You know, he's in there competing. So a fight's a fight, innit? So what happened would have happened. So, man, he's hungry to go again, man. And I'll be in his corner once again. That's my brother, man. He's a real one. You get me? So shout out to Ryan. 30, you know.
Ryan, if you see this, I'm pretty sure everyone wants to see you back in the ring.
You get me? Soon come, man. Soon come.
When's your next fight, Kane?
Hopefully. You know, there's a show in September, so my name's been put forward for September. It's a bit of a wait away, to be fair, but nothing I can do. I'm signed to Bellator, so I think we're gonna go in September.
September, yeah.
Yeah.
Would you know who the opponent is? Have any idea?
Not yet.
Okay, so it's just up to you. You just got to train, be on point.
I've just got to focus on me. Same way I always. Doesn't matter about what everybody else is doing. Doesn't matter what other brands are doing in respect of. Main thing is focus on Badder, focus on me, focus on Kane, my fight game, my fight strategy, who I am as a person. You know, I just need to build on me, and that's what the focus is.
Let's go back to Badder, right? Because in the car, I don't know how much you want to say here on the podcast, but in the car, you were telling me that you're now 100% shareholder. Yeah,
well, you know,
back when we done the podcast, the first one.
Yeah, you know, there's been a shift in the business, which is great. You know, I've got two of my other team members who are management who are going to be coming in on shares in the business, who are very valuable to the business, who I've got a lot of time and respect for, and we're gonna work it out. But in terms of me now, you know, it's me, it's Badder, it's me now. It's you know, business partners have kind of situations has changed. It's evolved, which is exciting. Which is very exciting. Yes, bro, you okay? These are my brothers, man. We've got some of the brothers from Cameroon living in the dorms, but we'll get onto that as well. But yeah, you shit yourself then.
I think he broke the ring. Yeah.
How are you, buddy? You good though? Yeah. So yeah, man, it's exciting, man. You know, it's it's my baby. It's my it's on me to do the damn thing. I'm gonna run it.
So my question would be, how have you found that change? You know, has it been beneficial? Has it been good? It must have been a lot harder because you've had to probably pick a few things of their things up.
Yeah, but look, everything, like I said to you, you know, every bit of challenge, without stress, mental stress, physical stress, there's no growth. Mentally, yeah.
Yeah. You feel like if there's not stress, it's too easy, it's too simple.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, in life's about what? Elevation.
Yeah.
Becoming better. And how do we, if you stress your muscles, what happens to them?
Start tensing, start aching after a while.
Yeah, but what happens? What's the actual physiological? I'm just testing you a little bit.
They
now.
grow.
Exactly. They grow what?
They grow bigger
and
stronger.
Exactly. So that's stress.
I totally didn't have help from the...
Yeah, but that we pulled it together. You know what I'm saying? But no, like I'm saying, it's stress, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, and without stress, mental stress, you go for an exam and you've got to learn. Your brain's burnt out. You're thinking, you got to learn. That's stress. Once we get stressed and we deal with it, we grow stronger. And in this situation, it's just another beautiful opportunity for me to have some more stress, so more growth comes, and I can elevate myself, and it's a great time.
Have you, I don't want to say preferred it, but you know, obviously you've experienced being business partners, and you've also now experienced being a solo director at the moment. Where's your mind lie? Like, what would you say is?
Bro, it's the same as it's all on me.
Yeah.
And that's same with everybody. It's all on you. It's all on yourself to make shit work. Do you know what I'm saying? So everything's all on me. But I've got a great team. You know, I've got a solid team behind me. Don't get it twisted. We've got a sick management team in place. And the team's actually growing. We've had new people coming into the business, which is going to be amazing. Adding solid bits of infrastructure.
I can see the smile on your face right now. It seems like you're excited for what's about to happen.
Listen, don't ever think that there's not a plan and strategy, you know, to this thing. And you know what? At the same time, I'm grateful, man. I'm grateful to my two business partners who were with me originally. Yeah. Shout out to Carl and Roger. You know, them two stood by me, believed in me. And we built something so beautiful and so amazing. And shout out to Carl for coming up with the idea and coming to me with it, and we've ran with it, and look where we're up to now. So, you know, gratitude is something that this situation leaves me with, though at the same time I never forget where I come from. So chat to me. Obviously you've just released a new drop. Yes. So how do you campaign it? How do you market it, get it out to the masses? Yeah, so the main thing, like I say, is for me, what I like to do is, obviously we're in an age where fashion is fast. Do you know what I'm saying? And we're not a fast fashion brand. I don't like to fall into the fast fashion brand bracket. You know, we're here for longevity. We're not here for a short time. You know, we're here for the you want Bellator to outgrow you. It's going to outgrow me. There's no doubt about that. Yeah. You know, it's going to outgrow me because of the message and what it represents and the quality of the garments and the style. And, you know, but it's kind of like each campaign, each collection has a feel. You know, what do we feel? So we sit down as a team and we talk about what do we feel? What does the collection give us, or what are we thinking moving forward with it? And we kind of have an element. And luckily, I've got creative people within my team who can come with creative ideas. And then we kind of, obviously, look, I want to tell everybody, Facebook and Google ads, these type of email flows, you have to make sure you've got a good team in place to put them in, because without them, businesses like ourselves, they don't have as much traction. You need them. You see them popping up. You have to push them, and you have to get the spend right. What about TikTok? You lot on that yet? TikTok, we've started building our TikTok up, which is great. You know, and obviously we've got our Instagram, which is organic, and we've got a lot of real people that love when we come up with our creative campaign. So we've got a lot of ideas, and we're going to bring some creative spins to the table, man. It's a bit boring fashion, I feel.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a bit boring. People bring something to it. It's like kind of let's create something.
I feel like people aren't as creative with the way they show and tell the story.
Exactly.
Like I'm already, obviously, I know I'm not part of the Bellator team, but I mean,
Yeah,
I've got some ideas to pitch to you.
100%.
I could just see it in my head, like ads and stuff like that.
Bro,
you know what I mean?
listen, I'm one of them. I'm
Madness.
an open book, and especially you with your creativity, how you put things together, especially with your podcasts and everything. I'm open minded, man. So send them over, bro.
No, I got
you
it
might
all
see
in my
some
head.
of them come to life.
What's like the maddest thing you've done in terms of marketing wise for Bellator?
Oh, well, there was one shoot where we come up with a creative campaign where it was basically we used a Heady One tracksuit. My tracksuit, that was a banger. And obviously we're pushing tracksuits out. So what we did was, we've done some sick videos, yeah? If you got time, go back on our Instagram and scroll down, you'll see some of our sick campaigns. But this one was kind of, we had to speak to the club Live and tell them that we wanted to film a campaign. So we literally had to pull up outside Live, had to film the camera crew, and we basically had to film us getting out of the car, going to the door. There was a guy in a shirt, one of our actors in a shirt, trying to get in, dressed in a shirt, and he looked fresh, and he couldn't get in. And we pull up wearing the tracksuits. The guy just pushed him to the side, and we just rolled through. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But it was, bro, that was a mad campaign. We had to shoot it about 4 or 5 times.
Why is that?
People are normally, people are just really trying to get in the club. And we're like holding up the queue, the crowd, in the middle of town. You get me? Doing about 4 or 5
this is while actual clubs still going on?
This is a club night.
Oh, so you didn't even shut the club or anything?
No, this was the queue. So we literally had to shoot it about 3-4 times.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Did the bouncer ever in the beginning say,
so check what we did though, check how we span it, yeah? So once we walked through, we had the bouncer, we panned back to the bouncer, and he actually had a Badder t-shirt on.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying? So it
yeah.
kind of just, it made it all sit in, and it was a bit of a creative idea, and it was good, bro. That was probably one of our most out there one, because we were in town and we're doing about 4 or 5 takes, pulling up, getting out. It was a mad thing, but you know, that's what we do, man. We're Badder, man. We're daring.
How do you top that now with this?
We got some ideas, bro.
Yeah.
We got some stuff coming. We got a lot of creative ideas. And it's about telling stories, you know. It's about telling stories and the brand message, getting the brand message across, and it's kind of letting people understand that, you know, Badder is not just about fighters. You know, it's not just for fighters in that respect. That's a mindset. Do you understand? And we represent that mindset. So it's all about how do you tell that story in different scenarios, different fields, and we've got some good ideas that we're working on, and it's going to be good. And that's the difference. I think people buy into the fact that we take time to put time and effort into get our message across. And bro, the brand's about motivation and inspiration. Do you know what I mean? And determination, and that's the message that we're trying to get through.
Obviously, I know, you know, with brands, people start companies because, you know, it brings in income.
Of course.
Right? I want you to tell me if this is the case, because I get the vibe and feel from you that that's like, you don't matter too much about that. You don't really care too much about that, but you want the message out there.
No, don't get it wrong. We're bothered about the money, because that's what business is for.
Yeah, of course.
Don't get it wrong.
But the message, I'll say, is more important to you.
No, the message is very important, bro. The message, and because without one, there's none.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Yeah. Without the finance, there's no message. Do you understand? So you have to make sure that you focus on the finance, and the bigger the finance, the bigger the message.
True, so yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying to you? So don't get it twisted. The message is very, very, very important. You know. And the finance is also important, because what the big, like again, more finance we can do, more campaigns, we can actually impact more people.
Of
you
course.
know, I told you what a kind of, you know, it's a give back scheme, the Badder give back scheme. Anything I do, if I go to schools, you know, you spoke about being asked, I've done numerous school motivational speaking to the younger generation, and that's me giving back, but it's also the brand giving back. So it's all about the message. But it's also, you know, we're focused on the bottom line, on the numbers, because obviously down the line, the be all and end all for me is being able to create something that can impact people's lives in a positive way. And that's what's more that in the end, I understand what you're saying. It is that it's to be able to impact people's lives in a positive way. And my method is by training people and providing clothes that mean something and people can wear it and get strength from it. We used to, one of our slogans used to be strength through clothing.
Strength in clothing.
Strength through clothing.
Strength through clothing.
Yeah, and the reason why I say that is one day I was out in town and someone come up to me and this guy come up to me and he was like, yo, Kane, just wanted to let you know, bro, your brand's sick. I was like, oh, thank you, bro. Like, you get me? And my man was like, nah, listen, this guy he weren't messing about. The guy said, listen, when I put on a badder tracksuit, mate, I walk out like, right, if anyone wants it with me, I can have it. I was
It can't make you feel like that.
But that moment is when I realized that we had something.
Okay, yeah.
Do you understand me, bro? When I realized that people are wearing our clothes and feeling stronger mentally from a piece of clothing, that's when I say we're not here for a short term. We're here for a long time because the message remains the same and our people understand that that's what we represent.
Yeah, look, check this, Kane. I want you to see something because that, like I said, the tracksuit can make you feel like the man. Yeah. You've probably already seen this already, but look, firstly, just the way it fits, the fit and finish just makes your muscles pop out. So you already walk out feeling like
Right, let me see that. Let me see how you're holding it.
You're thinking,
okay,
man's wham sort of thing, yeah.
You're holding it. You're holding
the message
it.
that it conveys, it says it on the sleeve right there, and I'm just like, yo.
Can we see that?
I'll put a picture on the.
Yeah, put the picture
anyway,
on there. That's exactly. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And that's for me. This is what it's about, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
You understand me? When the brand can impact somebody like this and give, that's me being able. Well, that's us. That's the team being able to impact people's lives in a positive way, bro. Like, what more can you ask for?
Yeah, no, clothing that makes you feel good, that conveys a great message.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just like I said, I can't wait to kind of, now, the transition's happening. We've been doing a lot behind the scenes. There's been a lot going on. And I can't wait to kind of like hit people with the expansion of the collections and let people get many different looks from Badder as well.
Yeah, different things in it.
You know what I'm saying?
This is why I feel like a fighter, someone who's very competitive, can start a business and be successful because there's probably so many things you learn in the fighting mode that you easily bring to the world of business.
100%.
From, finding right people in your corner, aka bringing in the people for the team, skilled people, promoting in that sense, brand building, all of that. I feel like that combined in your fighting world, bring it to your entrepreneur world, and I feel like you got
I feel like
recipe right there.
You know what? I feel like not everything works for everyone. You can't see my situation and think that it's going to work for yourself. I'm not saying it can't.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Everybody's specific, everyone's individual. What works for me might not work specifically for you.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? But you still have to grab inspiration from around the place. And I feel like fighter spirit, like the brand I keep saying, fighter spirit does not necessarily mean just being an actual fighter. I keep saying everybody has...
Fighter of life.
Yes, bro. You get me? Everyone needs to be competitive, have that competitive edge, that competitive spirit, and I feel like obviously that's something I've been blessed with and I've had to build on it, work on it. Self-belief is something that, regardless of who you are, there's always doubt that's cast upon you mental, times where it comes in, whether it's stronger at certain times and lesser at certain times. We all have it, and it's being able to reassure yourself. Once again, there's only you and the person in the mirror, man. That's the true existence of life, innit, bro? Like, it's you. How you perceive things, how you carry yourself, how you conduct yourself, how you motivate yourself, your dreams, your aspirations. It's all about yourself. And I feel like I've had to work on myself, still working on myself. I've got a lot, honestly, bro, when I say I've got so much development, that it fills me with excitement.
Yeah, I could tell. How do you find motivation within yourself? The times when you're sitting there, or I don't think you're ever sitting there, to be fair, but I mean, like, in times when someone might be sitting there, either in bed or just sitting down thinking, like, bruv, I don't know what I'm doing, like, don't know the direction I'm going, I don't know how to get to that place where I'm trying to go. I'm not motivated right now. Do you know what I mean? How do you find that motivation? 'Cause I'll be real, I've had it at times like that. I think everyone has it in times like that.
Oh, like I just said to you, it comes in waves. See what I'm saying?
For me, I feel like I'm most on it when I'm in the gym.
Because that's a biological, that's chemical release, endorphin release.
Yeah.
You'll see people, you see like, you see David Goggins.
Yeah.
When does his inspiration feel like it's got the most fire?
Probably in the gym.
When he's actually doing what? When he's running.
Yeah.
You see when he's running and he talks, the passion, the power, the strength, it's there because the endorphins are being released.
But I feel like not just in the gym or physically running or doing anything physical, but you know, in the period when you're in the gym consistently.
Yeah.
Right? But
that's what I'm saying. That's because you're having a consistent hit of endorphin.
Fair enough, yeah, but then it will last throughout.
Well, it not necessarily will last throughout, but what I'm saying, yeah, because you're constantly topping up your endorphins.
Yeah, but because this is what I'm saying. In the times where I find myself, I'll give you an example, yeah, and I don't want to sound this like a bad example. Ramadan came, yeah. I went in gym.
Okay.
And as much as I am feeling spiritually better, I'm not feeling as 100% motivated because I'm not in the gym.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But why wasn't you in the gym?
Because I was fasting, didn't have the energy. I always told myself that after iftar, I'll be in the gym sort of thing. But then my gym closes at 10 p.m. By the time you break your fast, you go pray. It's not happening. Do you know what I mean?
I feel like you are not exercising. Like you just said, when you're in the gym, you feel stronger.
Yeah.
Physically, mentally. That's why I tell everybody, get in the gym, do some form of exercise, release them endorphins. Don't expect it to happen overnight, but you need to stay consistent with it. I feel like,
build that routine.
Now we're speaking about it, I feel like exercise, bro. Like, I work out all the time. I feel stress all the time. Cortisol release into the body.
Yeah.
But the endorphin, we work with the balance.
Yeah.
I feel like self-reflection, bro, and it always comes down to your belief system. I get up and I'm like, I can't be bothered going today. Watch something motivational. Even myself, I might put something on and get inspired by it. I might watch something on YouTube and think I'm tired, I might not want to get up if I might just watch something. I'm always going to get up, yeah? But there's days when I might just be lagging a little bit mentally and I think, let's put something on and I watch someone that I respect in the team. Get up, go and get it done. Stop fucking being weak-minded. And I know it's not necessarily, I don't like to call people weak because it's not right. You understand, we all go through challenging times. And I know some people have
deal with it in different ways, and some people are blessed with that fire and that desire. So for me, it's kind of like I understand exactly where I want to get because I've set the vision in my head of what I want to achieve, and as you can see, we're speaking it into existence. It's casting a spell. I feel like sometimes when I'm not talking it to my people around me, my team, things slow down a little bit, bro. Do you get me? Yeah, 100%.
It slows down a little bit, and when you start talking it and believing in it and saying it's going to happen, and knowing that, bro, you've just got to accept that this shit ain't easy.
No, it ain't.
That's one of the biggest things, bro, is understanding and accepting that this shit is not easy. It's hard, but that's why so much reward is at the end. Because not everybody can do it. So it's understanding, for me, it's like, I know where I want to get. And I know if I stay in my house and don't move, I'm going to slow down the pace of me getting to what I want to get. And to be fair with you, bro, I'm very kind of like aware of like family time as well.
I wanted to ask, how do you balance, obviously you're a fighter, you're an entrepreneur, you're a dad. How do you balance all of that? Being a dad itself is a full-time job, especially when you've got 3 young boys. Yeah. You know what I mean? So how do you balance that, being a fighter and being an entrepreneur?
It's tough. It's tough, bro. It's tough. You know, I get up in the morning. I go to the gym. I train. I'm straight to the office. I do my office work, and then I'm either back to the gym to train, or I'm spending time with the children. And I just understand that because I've got so much on, I have to find time to rest, which is very vital, which I do struggle with from time to time. But I just understand that I have to just keep moving, bro. But the great thing is, when I sit down and I want to rest, I get fidgety. Do you get me?
Yeah.
Because I'm so conditioned to getting up and going. So I feel like everything that I've got at the moment, I deal with it because I've conditioned myself to get up and go. So, you know, I just don't stop. I get up every morning and routine. Routine, bro.
Most important thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Routine. You know, I know exactly. I can tell you everything I'm doing from I get up at probably about 6 a.m. every morning.
Yeah. Do me a favor, as you say your day, include your nutrition into it as well.
Okay.
Because I want to understand that as well.
Okay.
And if that plays a part.
So, you know, nutrition's very important.
Yeah.
People don't understand how important that nutrition is. You know, in the morning, 9 times out of 10, there is intermittent fasting that should be happening as well, which I'm trying to work on at the moment, because it does have so many benefits for it as well. Intermittent fasting as well, there's a lot of benefits for it. I'm not currently fully active with it at the moment, but generally I get up at 6 o'clock. I make sure instantly I drink minimum 500 millimeters of mils of water.
Yep.
And then obviously I might have some form of, I like natural ginseng, so I might take some ginseng tablets. Then I jump up and make sure that I sit down and just take a little bit of time just to get my thoughts right. And then obviously I put my porridge on. I make my porridge. And the reason why I have porridge and fruit and honey is because with porridge, it's a long-lasting energy source.
Yeah. Slow calorie burner ones.
Not necessarily. It's a slow calorie burner in that respect. But what I'm saying is that when you get porridge into your system, it gives you a consistent run of energy.
Rather than a burst.
Yeah, with like cereal.
Okay. Yeah, because they're obviously
high
full of sugar,
insulin spike.
Yeah.
You go up and you crash right back down.
Yeah.
Do you understand? That's why you see people who have to have cereal or something that's high in sugar, they go, then they have a coffee, then they go down, then they have a Red Bull. And they're constantly doing this. Whereas when you have porridge and you're drinking your water consistently and you're having your natural fruit, your natural sugar like your berries are very good for energy.
Yeah.
Strawberries, berries. And I make sure that that's fundamental. I have some coffee. I like my coffee. And then obviously I take on my vitamins, my multivitamins, my vitamin C, my omega-3, like I said, my ginseng, you know, my magnesium, my zinc. You know, there's other things that I take, shilajit, which is like, it's got like 84 natural mineral properties in it.
Okay,
from
cool.
the Himalayan mountains. So if you don't know about shilajit, go and look it up. I'm on this. It's good for especially for men. It helps with your strength, your power. And then obviously I drink more water. I make sure that I drink at least minimum 3 litres of water a day. When I don't drink 3 litres of water, bro, trust me, I'm so sensitive to it. I can feel it.
You can feel it, yeah?
100%. Mentally as well. The clarity of my mind is not as clear when I'm dehydrated. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So 3 litres of water I run out through the day, but make sure in the morning I have my porridge, my water and my vitamins. Then by 8 o'clock I'm leaving. I do also at the same time, sometimes I pick up my little cousin because he was down a bit of a bad road. So recently I've been picking him up and bringing him to the gym. So we get to the gym for about 10 o'clock.
Okay, cool.
I get in the gym. I train for 2 hours from 10 till 12.
Yeah.
I eat some food. We've got Boxco actually in the gym now. So just over there, you'll see we've actually got a healthy eating diner there, so I can eat and then I'm straight to the office.
Okay, cool.
I go to the office. I'm in the office for about 4 to 5 hours every day. I'm working from there. And
Same office as where we done the first podcast,
where we did the first podcast. And then from there, I'm either, like I said, I'm either going back to the gym if I'm in camp.
Yep.
I've got a gym where I live. Actually, I've got a gym in the facility, which is great. So I can actually go there, you know, and then I go home and I spend some time with the boys, man, and I just stick with that routine, bro. And that routine allows me to, as long as I stick to that routine, there's growth within that. Do you get what I'm saying to you?
You know, one thing, you know, relating it back to your insulin levels and stuff like that, this is the reason why I cut out Red Bull fully out of my diet.
Get rid of that.
I used to down Red Bull like it was literally like it was water.
Yeah.
To a point where it wouldn't even give me energy anymore. I was just having it purely for taste reasons.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, because it tastes like piss.
Yeah, it tastes like shit, bro.
It tastes like shit, yeah. But I don't know why I was having it. And then I clocked how much better I felt, you know, strength-wise, you know, energy-wise, everything, after I stopped having it.
Yeah.
And just replace it for pure water or, you know, like your odd protein shake or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Creatine, BCAAs.
Yeah, I feel like what you gotta understand is like that Red Bull, even me with coffee, it's not the best thing for you, but you know, sometimes I'm tired, bro. I need a boost of energy.
I feel like coffee's better than having Red Bull.
Oh, 100%. It's natural. It's from the earth, innit? There's pros and cons to it, but you know, at the end of the day, everything in balance. And sometimes I do a bit of a detox. I might do a week off coffee, which I do feel, but you know.
Do you know what's so funny thinking about that, yeah? I actually have a picture in your office, on your office chair, on the computer, Red Bull can right there.
That's what I'm saying. So you made that transition.
Yeah.
You feel better for it. Do you get what I'm saying? Nutrition's so vital, bro. Like, it's all about feel good. You know, the nutrition fills your body with positivity through all the nutrients, so you feel better about yourself. If you eat shit, you eat like anyone who's eating McDonald's and takeaways and all this grease, the way it's saturating the body, and it's pulling you down.
Yeah.
When you're eating healthy, you're eating sweet potato. There's so much nutritional benefits in sweet potato, avocado, good fats. Make sure you're getting your clean protein in. You know what I'm saying? You're having your greens as well. There's so much mental improvement from healthy nutrition. You guys need to go and research this up and understand that if you're feeling down and you're feeling negative, you could just actually go, bro, let me look at what I'm eating. Shit, let me change that around. Yeah. Do you understand? And just from your nutrition itself, you can change your whole mood and your energy. Yes,
because sometimes, you know, you have a kebab and it gives you like 10, 20 minutes of happiness because you're just like, that's bang kebab. But then after that, firstly, you're probably getting the shits. Secondly, you feel like shit.
Depends where you get it from, innit, bro?
Depends where you get it from, I don't know about Manchester.
Certain curry houses, they're not run right, bro. You get me? But some of them are. You know, don't get me wrong. I love a roti, yeah? I do love a roti, bro. I love it. I love
the way you said that as well.
You get what I'm saying? I have to put my twang in there, but at the same time, bro, I was raised on...
I know.
On Russia on Winslow Road, bro. You get what I'm saying? Curry Mile. That's my upbringing. So, you know, I do love a good kebab from time to time, but you're talking once in a blue moon. Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah, like nutrition's so vital, bro. So for people who are focusing on trying to make themselves feel better, especially energy for the gym, you know, getting up and feeling good within yourself, look at your nutrition, man.
Yeah, I think that's one of the most important things. One of the things I want to talk about with your son, and it's kind of brings us on to what you want to install within the younger generation, right? Yeah. I think it was 2-3 days ago on your Instagram story, you and Akirimi were running in the car park. Yeah. And he was showing pace. He wasn't giving up. What was it? The car was following you or something like that?
Yeah, his mum was in the car following, and he just literally, I let him go and just started running. We came from having something to eat and I just let him go and just started running. So I thought, okay, son, you get into that age now where they're all getting to that age now where they're just getting active, and I can start to gauge their competitive energy. Do you know what I'm saying? And just drive, might not even be competitive, just drive. And he just started running. So I said, all right, come, let's run. And we ran, bro. And we ran all the way around this car park. Yeah. And I was thinking, I wanted to see his cardio. I was looking at him and I'm watching him and I'm seeing how he's breathing. And I'm saying, come on. Every time I said, let's go, he was like digging deeper. And, you know, for me, it's just like, you know, they're at that age now where daddy wants to kind of test them and see what they've got in it. So, yeah, it's great, man. It's great.
What did that show you, though? When he was doing that, you know, he didn't stop running. Every time you said keep going, he'd look at the car behind and then he'd go forward,
He push
keep running, push harder. What did that show you as a dad?
It shows me that he's filled with determination.
Yeah.
He's filled with determination, and he's inspired by his dad.
Can you, off the back of that, can you kind of, I want to say, like almost like envision his future or how he's going to be, the kind of characteristics that he's going to build?
Yeah, like, you got Akira who's Mr. Full of character, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's got everything.
Mashallah.
Alhamdulillah, bro. He's full of character and he's a loving child. All of my boys are loving, but they've all got individual characters. Akira is the life of the party. He'll come in live, bubbly. Everybody loves Akira. And then the twins, you've got Kion. He's kind of like, he runs on his own. Yeah, he runs on his own. He's the oldest twin. He's the biggest.
What are you saying, like more independence?
He's definitely more independent.
Okay.
He's Mr. Independent, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you've got my little one, Kyle. He's just like, he's a proper emotional, in tune, emotional guy. And it's just great seeing the diversity in them. None of them are the same. So all of them can kind of give each other bits from each bag, do you know what I mean? So it's great seeing them kind of get to this age now where Akira is nearly 3 now. And it's now time for like me to start assessing them a little bit more, which is great.
Yeah, it's good. That's good, man. And, like I said, installing it in the younger generation, as people can see, we've got Badr all around in the ring right now.
Of course.
And this is your home gym.
Of course.
And obviously, I know that you train people. The youngers, you come in here, you probably start jumping on pads with one of the youngers or whatnot.
Yeah.
You can see on your Instagram stories. I saw you even fighting one of the kids in the gym. I was like, yo, Kane, listen, take it easy, man, innit?
Yeah, you know what, bro? Honestly,
what's all that about? What's that for?
This is like a dream come true for me. I was raised with no father, with no solid male role model in my life on a day-to-day. These kids that are in this gym, they get to touch base with us every day. Do you know what I'm saying? We got a lot of touch time with these kids, and for me it's kind of like giving them something that I never had, which fills me with joy. And it's not me, it's the team, the management team, Princey, everybody loved it. Aaron, even all the older fighters in the gym, they might not necessarily be professional, some of that, but it's all camaraderie and it's all kind of like giving to each other to help each other grow. And there's so many young children that we're working with. There's a lot of pros that come and do education and days in the gym now as well. So there's a facility where, kids that are kind of struggling in schools.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
So there's an education
almost
department.
Like a support centre sort of thing.
It's an education department as well, and a mentoring.
Okay. In the gym,
scheme, in the gym, bro.
Okay,
this is why I said when we did the first announcement, it's kind of like we've come together, and it was a vision, and it's great to see it come to fruition. Me and Carl, when we first started training together, me and Carl started working together. And I just said to him, bro, listen, man, we're not playing with this. We've got to help make a difference. My thing has always been to make a difference.
Be the change you want to see in the world.
100%, bro. And it starts with yourself. You can only impact the people in your vicinity, in your surroundings. And that's a great thing with social media. We're able to kind of impact our followers. Yeah. People who support
Not just
us.
in your local community, but you can impact people
Exactly.
from anywhere.
But for us, for me, it feels good to be able to see the kids come in and be able to touch base with me, someone who's a fighter, who's, got his brand, that's had a big impact in the industry. And it's kind of good for them to be able to come ask me questions. We had a little, two of the boys from the crew having a bit of a disagreement. They were arguing a lot. And it was time for them just to, as men, come in, put the gloves on.
Okay.
And spar it out.
It
was all...
love after that.
It was all love. It was all... I kept an eye over it. And I made sure that they shaked hand after it. And after they had a little bit of a spar, a little roll around, they looked at each other and they gave each other a hug and they're now cool. So it's kind of like also it's mentoring and teaching them the way of men. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's too much going on in the world now, too much violence these kids are getting involved in, bro. So many stabbings, especially in London, all around. Yeah. It's kind of like we need to break the mold, bro. You know what I'm saying? We can't have these kids just stabbing each other left, right, and centre.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they come in places like this, they can actually, you know what a lot of it is? It's frustration. It's hormones as well. It's proving themselves. They're going through 15, 16. You know how it was 15, 16. You're just full of hormones.
Yeah, your testosterone's just boosting each day.
all over the place. And I feel like the gym is a perfect place for them to be able to come and just release.
Yeah.
So then when they go home, they're more chilled around the parents. You know, more relaxed, more calm. So I feel like this is so important to the community. Not just Manchester top team, all the gyms around the country, around the world. You know, there's a lot of guys in these gyms who have probably come from a bit of a tough upbringing, and they know how important and how vital these. Look at what the gym's done for me. Without this cage, and without the sport, none of what I have would be here.
I know you've been fighting from when you were young anyway, before prison.
Yeah.
Did you have a vicinity, a place like this when you were young?
Well, I started off at Moss Side Ground and Pound, which was in a church with a bunch of crazy white guys with bald heads and black eyes. And then I ended up moving then on to Wolfslayer, which was a great facility, which was similar to this. And
Was that before prison then?
That was before prison.
Okay.
And then obviously when I came out, that gym had been burnt down whilst I was in prison, so it was no longer. So then obviously I was kind of like moving around the place, just going to different gyms, trying to just train and get my career back on the road. And then obviously me and Carl booked up at my friend Stapes' gym, Full Contact Performance Centre. And at that time, Brendan had all powers, and you know me and Carl started working, and we came over. And then obviously Carl came over to All Powers and started supporting there and helping the guys there. Obviously Brendan was focusing on his career, and he had to, you know, take his career really serious. And Carl wanted to be a coach, and that's what the goal was. And me and him spoke about it, and you know, he stepped up. And honestly, bro, what the guy done for the guys, without him, this wouldn't be here as well. So hats off to Carl, and obviously Lofty and Az have come in now as part of the management team, and it's been amazing what you can see it, what's been built, man.
Yeah, I know. What you do here for the community is wonderful, man. Hats off to you for what you do.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. What is the message? If it was like almost like a I know nothing's ever a one line, or nothing's ever as simple as that. But what's like the key message that you want to leave for not only the fighters here, but maybe for the youngers watching, or people who, you know, find themselves on a path right now where it's not in the best opportunities, not in the best places?
I feel like our message is simple. You know, we kind of want to make something out of the community. We want to make superstars out of the community, because our children, our people have got so much potential to become great. And I feel like this is our speciality, yeah?
Yeah.
You know, if it comes down to speciality, this is what we do, yeah? We're fighters, and we can bring you in. And if you look all around the walls, you see, you know, Lerone Murphy, UFC. You know, Lerone started with us years ago, and his mindset allowed him to focus. And now he's 4-0 in the UFC.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We've got Lewis McGrillen, who's building a sick name for himself. Hot prospect. He was actually initially coming over from like troubled upbringing, and now he's a professional fighter getting paid. There's so many fighters, obviously. I could be here all day speaking everyone's name, but I'm just saying they're just a few that we've actually impacted, and they are now superstars from their community. You know, they've got a career. You know, Lerone's obviously got a big career. He's, you know, looking after his family. He's got his son and everything, and it just feels great to be able to be a part of supporting people's growth, to actually finding themselves to being better people, and being able to support their loved ones, and that's what it's all about.
That's it, man. You know what? This actually relates to, I didn't tell you this off camera at all. I didn't really tell anyone this. Most recently, I went to Birmingham during Ramadan.
Wait, sorry to interrupt.
Go on.
Is it your birthday soon?
Yeah.
I just wanted to say, because I might not actually be there,
Yeah.
I just wanted to say, happy birthday to you, my brother. This is my happy birthday message to Raheem, because you know what, this guy, honestly, bro, happy birthday, bro.
I appreciate that, bro. This is actually gonna come out after my birthday.
Okay,
But,
well,
my birthday's on the 15th.
Well,
actually.
either way, regardless
But
of
no,
what,
no. Once again, I appreciate
it
it.
doesn't matter. We've got this. Your birthday. Happy birthday from Kane to Raheem, yeah?
Come on, I appreciate that. You get that on camera, yeah, cameraman right there. Love for that. But what I was gonna say, no, I love for that, Kane. Honestly,
No, trust me.
what I was gonna say is most recently, I encountered myself in a situation where I was in Birmingham.
Okay.
At night, yeah, and there was some little kids that run up to the car. He was like 12 years old or something like that.
Yep.
Jumped in the car and he was like, "Yo, you see CEOCAST?" Yeah, proper gas, proper excited.
You knew what
Asking me
time it
bare
was,
questions.
yeah?
He knew what time it was, yeah. So I was chatting to him the whole way. He jumped in the car, literally drove him down the whole of Coventry Road, whatever. And then I basically put him on my story saying, "Yo, like, shout out, man. I don't know, you might have seen it, you might not have."
Yeah, I remember it.
Yeah,
I remember it, yeah.
His school reached out to me
Okay.
and they were like, "Yo, listen, you want to do an assembly here?"
Wow.
Yeah, and the second they said that, it ain't happened yet. I ain't done it yet, but inshallah soon.
Inshallah.
And then I was like, "Bro, this is mad, fam. Like, I can actually be going from getting kicked out of assembly to, you know, leading the assembly,
Leading assembly.
talking about business, entrepreneurship, and hopefully helping these kids find direction in life." And I was like, "Yo, I need to do this sort of thing." So I said to them, "Yeah," straight away. And to me, the whole phrase that came in my head at that time, as soon as I got the email, was like, "Be the change you want to see in the world."
Of course.
Because, you know, everyone complains about education system in schools and stuff like that. And to be fair, it's not the greatest, in terms of teaching them entrepreneurship. So,
of course,
what a better way to be a change?
Of course, I feel
So
like with you, bro. If I'm being honest with you, I feel like your role in life is to be who you are, and who you are is a great inspiration to others. You're shining a light on people that are doing, you know, trying their hardest to be great and trying their hardest to be successful. And you're the person that's shining a light on them, having conversations with us, you know, allowing the viewers, your followers, your supporters, people who follow myself and everybody else, is to kind of show them that this is how it's done.
Yeah,
you know, and these are the guys that are actually doing it.
Yeah.
This is how it's done. It can be done. And, you know, for me, you are in respect a motivational inspirer with what you do. So hats off to you, brother, man. I feel like you need to take advantage of that and go into these situations and kind of lead these young guys, man, because that's what it's about, man. That's what life's about, is about giving back. That's just a natural, you know, I love mankind at the same time, because it's a natural thing that we do. You know, you have your nephews, you have your little cousins. We always show and teach, and it's just great, man. This is why I say we should all be grateful to.
And you know, coming out of Ramadan as well, that's one thing that I definitely want to keep carrying on. Obviously, for people who might not know, Kane's obviously Muslim as well.
Of course.
But that's one of the main things about Islam, you know, giving back, providing other people with opportunities that you might not have had, you know, whether it be charity work or, you know, they said charity starts at home.
Of course it does.
So if you can help out any little bit, then...
Bro, every little bit that we do, you know, every little bit, as long as we're giving everything that we've got to support and what we can do to others, then we're doing our bit, man.
What's the mindset you want to install within your kids? As they grow up, how do you want them to be?
I just want them to be family men, respectful, honesty. I want them to understand that you got to work hard, support your people, love your people. And I just want them to be better versions of myself, bro. So, you know, trying to make them understand that I'm going to be working these guys from young to be better in whatever it is that they want to do. And I just want them to know that just chase your dreams. Chase your dreams and whatever it is, whatever that may be, whatever it is that you want to be, do that. I'm going to steer them in different avenues to test out where the strengths lie. But, you know, the top and bottom is whatever they want to be. I'm going to tell them, chase your dreams, boy, and don't ever stop. Would you push them any sort of career path or let them test the waters? For example, obviously you're into fighting yourself. Would you know, push them? If I'm honest with you, what I kind of want to do is kind of put them through a little bit of a testing process. Okay. You know, put them in different areas. So they might do acting, they might do gymnastics, they might do football, combat, they might do football. Yeah. They might even, as they get older, start to do a little bit of drama. You know, and just see which they take to naturally, and whatever they're naturally good at. Obviously, I'm lucky to have a lot of specialist assessors in each department. Yeah, in each different field. Which can kind of say, look, Kane, I think, and then kind of like steer them to that. And
that's the benefit of having a network, innit? Because you can use that in your case with your kids.
Exactly. You know, I've got some good people around me who know how passionate I am about pushing these boys to be the best that they can. So, yeah, I'm going to kind of put them in different areas, see where their strengths lie, and then obviously kind of like push them down that way. Hopefully they go with it. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, oh, son, you're really good at this, you know, you should stick with this. It might be football, it might be gymnastics, whatever it is. And then, but the top and bottom is whatever they want to do. If they don't like it, you know, I'll just support them with whatever they want to do.
Support them all the way through.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I hear that. All right, cool. Before we end the podcast, Kane, I've got one last final question to you. I always think about my final questions, and I feel like this one will probably get you thinking. Yeah. Right? Obviously, there's going to be a time on the earth when we're not around no more.
Of course.
Yeah? Your boys are still going to be here. Yeah?
Inshallah.
Inshallah. How do you want them to remember you? Because I feel like that's a question that would impact you the most. I know your boys are the most important to you.
I just want them to say that their father was a great man.
Yeah.
And what falls under a great man, we know what falls under a great man in the real world is a man that, you know, cared about his family, cared about the people around him, worked hard, you know, sacrificed everything to be a better person, and was focused on giving back. And you know, I just want them to truly believe that their father was a great man, and that's all I can ask for.
Yeah, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
Right, Kane, I've been ending every single podcast in season 4 with a giveaway.
Okay.
So it's only right because this podcast has been almost 2 hours, I want to say.
Is it?
Yeah, come on. You know, best conversations are always the longest.
Bro, it's deep, man. It's real out here. When me and Raheem come together, bro, I'm not going to lie to you. I even feel emotions running through myself, bro, because
I just want to know the audience are feeling. So let us know in the comments how you thought this podcast was, what you learned from it.
100%.
But a giveaway time, I think, Kane, it's only right with the new drop.
Yep.
And with season 4 combined, that someone in the audience gets a care package from Bellator. You know,
listen,
new line.
What are you telling me? It's not you, bro. Yeah, you're all right, man. I'll pattern you up anyway, yeah?
That's the cameraman asking for it.
Yeah. No, man, we're definitely 150% look. Anybody that's supporting the CEOCAST has to get the pattern, so we'll make sure we get a solid care package ready for however how we're gonna pick who gets it.
Oh, so basically the way it works is firstly they got to be subscribed to the channel, otherwise there's no point.
Standard,
they're not in it. They got to like the video, and then the main thing is they got to comment the favorite thing that they like, the favorite thing that you stand by. Okay, you Kane, or the way you run your business. One of their favorite things about you, your story, how you inspired them.
And they're going to be selected at random.
Okay. So if they put that in the comments along with their Instagram @ and then we do a random comment generator next week.
Okay.
Which will be, I don't know, first week of June, I want to say. And then someone wins like that.
Sick, say nothing. Listen, get involved, you already know. The Badder Care package is going to be there. You know, thanks to my brother Raheem once again.
Thank you, Kane. Thank you.
No, thank you, brother, man. I just want to keep, I know people might think that I can't express enough how impactful your podcast is. I've looked and I've learned so much.
No, I appreciate that, man.
From there myself. I sit back and I watch. Do you know what I mean? So once again, thank you for doing what you do, bro. Yeah?
I appreciate that.
Okay.
Do you know who I want to thank live on camera, yeah?
Who?
Dawood Magician. Because without him, he wouldn't have hooked us up this relationship.
He was the glue.
Yeah, he was the glue.
He was the magic.
Yeah, he was the magic.
He's the magic that made it happen. So shout out to Dawood, my brother, man. And he's another goal-getter.
That's it, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, don't shout at yourself. Until then, I want to thank everyone. Thank you very much for watching so far. Make sure you subscribe, like the video, share with other people, comment your feedback. And the main thing is, like I said, the giveaway rules are all in the description. So yeah, until then, I want to catch you on the next episode of CEOCAST. Wicked. Lovely.
Gang.
Lovely.
Yeah?
What was that saying, Kane?
That was sick.
Solid, yeah?
Enjoyed it again.
Enjoyed it again, bruv. We keep doing him again, man. We're going to hit him with part 3 soon.
It was a banger that, though.
Yeah.
That was a banger that. That was a banger. There was pure gems in there. Do you know what I'm saying?
1 hour 37.
And then what, after you chop it down, probably about...
1 hour 35.
1 hour 35.
There's not going to be any chopping down to.
Yeah.